Hello and welcome back to Talk Time with Ebo. I am Emmanuel Ebo. On this channel, we discuss lifestyle, we discuss culture, we talk about politics, and we talk about all the issues that concern us as Africans and as Nigerians. So why is Apostle Johnson Suleiman always in one scandal or the other? Since 2017 or thereabout, it's always in the news for the wrong reasons. If not about sex, it becomes about money. If not about money, it becomes about failed prophecies. If not about that, it becomes about treatment of ex-pastors and all of negative things that are always in the news about him. Is he the most popular pastor, or is it that he runs the most successful church? Because a part of me wants to believe that this may be a sponsored, targeted attempt at, maligning his character and making him and his ministry appear bad in the eyes of the public. But why is he always the one affected? Are there not other pastors in Nigeria? Are there not other men of God? I know that in Nigeria today, there are many people, many vloggers, writers or bloggers, people who control the media, who are always waiting for you to make a mistake so they can attack you and publicize your weaknesses and negative sides. But at the same time, there are other people in Nigeria. One person cannot always be right at all times and others are wrong. If people are always pointing, accusing fingers at you for one thing or the other, then it is time to check yourself and go back to the drawing board and see what you are getting wrong. There are many other pastors in Nigeria who has never been in the news for such reasons. At least from time to time, we talk about people like Bishop David Oyedepo, about his belief in tithe and tithing, and some persons condemn that. We talk about Adeboye and his belief in marriage and submission and all of that. Others condemn it. But at the same time, you will never hear that these people, are under such a scandal, a sex scandal or a failed prophecy or all of that. Yes, people can make mistakes. Everybody, we're all humans. We all make mistakes. We are weak in one way or the other. But why is one person always in the news for similar things? Whenever you see Apostle Johnson Suleiman in the headlines, it's rarely about anything positive. And it calls for concern. I mean, he's a pastor. He has people under him who are under his tutelage, who he is mentoring, whom he is teaching. So if he's like that, don't you think that something might be going wrong with those he's teaching? This is not me trying to say that everything, that all the accusations that have been leveled against him are true. I do not know. But I'm saying that somehow, why is he always connected to this kind of news, this kind of scandal all the time? If I were him, I think it's really time to go back to the drawing board and see what I'm getting wrong. Because one person, like I said, cannot always be right. And while I was thinking about that, I was wondering, how can we even avoid being on the news for scandals and such troubles? If as a pastor, maybe as a business owner, you want to avoid scandal, I think there is something you can do to avoid it. And one of them is that you should never live in denial of your weaknesses. We're all humans, we're all weak in one way or the other. Like I said earlier, we make mistakes. But do you even know that you have weaknesses? Do you know what those weaknesses are? Have you identified them? If you have, do you still deny them? Do you still believe that somehow because you are tied to the pastor, a bishop, a reverend, that you are beyond those weaknesses? Everyone is weak in one way or the other. So if you want to avoid scandals and troubles, being in the news for the negative reasons, try to know your weaknesses. And when you know the weaknesses, then look for systems to put in place to checkmate you. For instance, if you are a poor manager or if you don't have self-control, put systems in place to checkmate you and others around you. So there are pastors who establish, financial boards to monitor the inflow and outflow of resources in their church or in their businesses. And then everybody needs permission to take a dime from the church or the business account. Not because they don't have the power to control of this themselves, but because they want to establish a system of control, a system that makes sure that everyone is checkmated, that no one acts out of control. That is why they put such systems in place. People like Pastor Adeboye will often say that he will not have a female secretary. Not because he does not respect women or because he does not like women, but it's just his own way of trying to avoid scandal. Because anything can happen and then we're going to hear stories online. So stuff like that are what anybody could do to avoid scandal. I don't know what Johnson Suleiman is doing differently, why he's always in the news for the bad reasons. But I think it is time to go back to some of these basic things, put systems in place to checkmate his life, his character, his activities, his movement, and make sure that he doesn't fall in the news again for these things actually affecting him and his ministry in one way or the other. Yeah. If as a person, I'm looking for a church to attend and I keep hearing stories like this about him, why in God's name will I ever think of going to, Omega Fire Ministries, which is his church? Something like that. Because if the head is corrupt, or if the head is bad, how will the body be good? It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. But anyway, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below, and I'll be there to reply to all your comments. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, like it, share, and subscribe to this channel. And until you see my face next time, I am still Emmanuel Ebo.